Imagine this. You ask your child to do something simple. Put your toys away. Come here. Stop doing that. They look at you and do the exact opposite. You repeat yourself. Your voice gets louder. Frustration builds. And at that moment, it feels like your child is being stubborn, disrespectful, maybe even testing you. But what if that's not true? What if your child is not misbehaving at all and you're misunderstanding what's really happening inside their brain? Because here's something most parents don't realize. Your child is not reacting to your words. They're reacting to what they feel. And when emotions take over, their ability to listen, think, and control themselves basically shuts down. So what looks like bad behavior on the outside is actually a struggle happening on the inside. And once you see this, the way you respond to your child will completely change. In this video, we are going to look at what is actually happening inside your child's mind during these power struggles. We are going to move past the idea of bad behavior and look at the brain science of why children act out. More importantly, I am going to show you exactly what to do instead, so you can stop turning small moments into massive battles that leave everyone feeling exhausted. Let's look at a real-life situation to see how this plays out. Think about a mother named Emily and her daughter Lily. Emily had spent an hour cooking a healthy dinner. She was proud of the meal and ready for a nice family evening. Lily was on the floor playing with her building blocks, totally immersed in her own little world. Emily called out from the kitchen, telling Lily that dinner was ready and it was time to wash her hands. There was no movement. Emily waited a minute and called again, this time with more urgency. Lily still didn't move. To Emily, this felt like blatant ignoring. She walked into the living room, stood over Lily, and said with a firm voice that they were done playing and it was time to move now. Suddenly, the room exploded. Lily didn't just whine, she screamed. She kicked her block tower over in a fit of rage. She threw her favorite toy across the room. Emily was stunned. She couldn't understand why a simple request for dinner led to a complete meltdown. She tried to use logic. She told Lily that it was just dinner, that she shouldn't be so upset over nothing, and that she needed to stop crying immediately. But the more Emily talked, the louder Lily screamed. Emily eventually lost her temper. She raised her voice, threatened to take the toys away, and ordered Lily to her room. By the end of it, Lily was shaking and sobbing, and Emily was left feeling like a failure, wondering why her child was so difficult. To Emily, this was a small transition. To Lily's brain, it was a high-stress event. When you understand the why, the behavior starts to make perfect sense. The big misunderstanding. The fundamental mistake we make as parents is assuming that our children have the same brain capacity that we do. We assume that because they can speak and follow some rules, they have full control over their impulses. We think they are choosing to be difficult or calculating how to push our buttons. But the truth is that your child is not trying to give you a hard time. Your child is having a hard time. When a child's nervous system feels overwhelmed, they lose access to their higher thinking. They are no longer in a state where they can hear your instructions or care about consequences. They are in a state of survival. The moment you stop seeing your child as a manipulator and start seeing them as someone who is struggling to handle their environment, your entire approach to parenting will shift. Brain explanation. To understand why Lily exploded, you have to understand how a child's brain is built. Imagine the brain is like a house with two floors. The bottom floor is the emotional center. This part of the brain is developed from the moment we are born. It handles our big feelings, our fears, and our basic survival instincts. It is very fast and very powerful. The top floor of the house is the logical center. This is the part of the brain that handles patience, understanding instructions, seeing someone else's point of view, and controlling impulses. Here is the catch. The top floor of a child's brain is still under construction. It won't be fully finished until they are in their mid-20s. When Lily was playing, she was deeply engaged. When Emily moved closer and used a stern voice, Lily's bottom floor, the emotional center, perceived a threat. Because her top floor is weak, it didn't take much for her to lose control. When a child's emotional brain takes over, the staircase between the two floors is blocked. They can no longer process words. The screaming and throwing are not planned behaviors. They are physical releases of an overwhelming amount of internal pressure. It is a brain that has reached its limit and crashed. Practical shift. What to do instead. If you want to move away from constant battles, you need a new toolkit. These 5 steps are designed to work with your child's brain instead of fighting against it. 1. Pause before you react. When your child acts out, your own emotional brain often takes over. You feel the urge to yell or punish immediately. But if you walk into a situation with anger, you are adding fuel to the fire. You are telling your child's brain that there is indeed a reason to be afraid. Before you say a word, take 2 seconds. Breathe. Your calm is the most powerful tool you have. You must be the anchor in their storm. 2. Connect before you correct. A child in an emotional state cannot learn. The logical part of their brain is offline. Before you can correct behavior, you have to connect with their heart. This means getting down on their level and saying something like, "I see that you are really sad that we have to stop playing." When a child feels seen, their nervous system relaxes, and the logical brain starts to come back online. 3. Use fewer words. One of the biggest mistakes parents make is talking too much during a meltdown. To an overwhelmed child, a lecture just sounds like noise. Their brain cannot process complex sentences when they are upset. Keep your instructions extremely short. Instead of a long lecture, just say, "Let's wash," or "table time." The less you say, the more they can actually hear. 4. Give controlled choices. Children spend most of their lives being told what to do. You can bypass resistance by giving them a sense of power. Instead of commanding them, ask, "Do you want to hop to the table like a frog or walk like a giant?" The goal is the same, but now they feel involved in the process instead of being a victim of it. 5. Guide, don't fight. If your child still refuses, do not get dragged into an argument. Simply guide them. If it is time to go, pick them up gently and move them. If you can do this without anger, you are. Teaching them that the boundary is firm but they are safe. You are being the leader they need. Common parenting mistake. Many of us were raised to ignore a child's feelings or tell them to stop crying. We say things like, "You're fine," or "It's not that big of a deal." But when we dismiss their feelings, we make the behavior worse. When a child feels that their emotions are ignored, they feel even more unsafe. They don't learn to calm down. They learn that they are alone in their distress. This leads to more meltdowns in the long run. The goal isn't to stop the emotion. It is to help them navigate it. Powerful reframe. Carry this sentence with you. Your child is not giving you a hard time. They are having a hard time. When you see a tantrum through this lens, your anger turns into empathy. You realize they aren't a villain. They are a small person with a brain that is still learning how to handle the world. They don't need more punishment in those moments. They need more support. Closing emotional impact. At the end of the day, your child will not remember if dinner was served on time. They will remember how you made them feel when they were at their worst. They will remember if you were the person who yelled, or if you were the person who sat on the floor with them and helped them breathe. These frustrating moments are the building blocks of their emotional intelligence. Every time you respond with calm, you are teaching them how to handle the world. Parenting is the hardest job in the world, and no one gets it right every time. But the more you understand the hidden world inside your child's mind, the easier it becomes. If you want to raise a child who feels understood and emotionally strong, start by looking at the struggle behind the behavior today. Follow for more simple parenting insights that actually work in real life.